Okay, so now let's talk about what load balancing is, even if you probably understood what it is already. However, I'm just still going to break it down again. Now, load balancers are just basically servers that forward internet traffic to multiple servers, specifically the EC2 instance downstreams. So I've explained it already, just like you have a load balancing, and then it can balance the load between different servers. Okay, and just like we have one user now. Okay, so let's say a user sends a request. Now this load balancing actually takes that request and forwards it to an EC2 instance. So all these are just EC2 instance. We have 3 EC2 instances here. Okay, and then when it forwards it to this first instance here, this would actually reply back, and then the user would actually get back the response. Okay, if 2 more users actually come in again, now the 2 users won't be redirected to this one here. In this case, it looks like this. So this is user 2. User 2's request is forwarded and it is also responded back, but to this second server, right? And if another user comes again, user 3, it's going to forward the traffic to this. And all this is balancing because of, well, the load balancing here. Okay, so if we have 500 users, maybe 200 users or 150 users goes here, maybe 200 users goes to the middle one, and then the remaining 150 goes to the third one here. Okay, so that's what load balancing actually does. Okay, it just forwards the internet traffic across multiple servers. Okay, and these are all the servers itself. Okay, so the load balancing itself is a server, but the server that forwards the internet traffic. And why do we actually use a load balancer? So of course, it's something you already know. We use a load balancer to spread load across multiple downstream instances, and in this case, this exposes a single point of access, specifically DNS, to your application. We'll talk about that in a second. And then it seamlessly handles failures of downstream instances, and then it also does regular health checks to your instance. So for example, if one of these instances is actually down, okay, the load balance does not distribute any traffic to this server. Yeah, okay, it only distribute traffic to these 2 LD servers. Okay, so well, though it does LD check, so that's really nice. And it also provides SSL termination for our websites. Okay, so this is usually used for website levels or application levels. Okay, and it also provides high availability across different zones. Now, an elastic load balancer, of course, it's first of all a managed load balancer. Okay, so it's more managed by AWS. So, well, AWS just guarantees it will be working. AWS takes care of the upgrades, the maintenance, and the high availability itself. Okay, AWS also provides only few configuration cups. So if you want to set it up, it's not so complex, and then you have your load balancer. Okay, and it's again costless to set up your own load balancer, but it will be a lot more effort on your own end, the maintenance, the integration, where you want to integrate it to, the server you want to integrate it to, and all of that. Okay, and lastly, there are 4 kinds of load balancers. Okay, we have the application load balancer. This is usually for websites or applications. Maybe when you try to visit a website, it usually starts with this HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, and by the way, there are 7 layers. Okay, so the topmost layer is the layer 7. So this application load balancer works for layer 7. Okay, we have the network load balancer as well. Now this network load balancer is for maybe ultra high performance, maybe when you are millions or billions of users actually playing game live. I think network load balancer is more perfect for that. Okay, and it allows TCP, and TCP is layer 4. Don't worry about that. You don't really need to understand all this for the exam, but just understand the layers and then the different kinds of balancers we have. But we are going to be exploring the first one. Okay, we also have other types of balancers, which is the gateway load balancer, which is layer 3. And then we have the classic load balancer, which is retired in 2023. Okay, so but that was for layer 4 and layer 7. Okay, so this is them in summary. So we majorly have 3 now this time around. Remember, the last one is retired, so it's a very older version in this case. So this first one, application load balancer, okay, it uses HTTP or HTTPS more for website or applications. And then we have this network load balancer. It's more for high performance, millions of requests per second, just like we are playing a live game, or you're watching a live movie from Netflix. You know how millions of users would actually do that at once, right? Then we also have the gateway load balancer. Okay, however, for this we focus on application load balancer.